This is gambling in plain English. Let's play a game. You have to put in $10 to compete in this game, so write on a piece of paper, subtracting $10. So I'm gonna roll a dice and I would like you to pick a number. Was that your number? If not, it's okay because you had a 17% chance of guessing the correct number. Would you like to keep playing? If so, you may be in stage 1 of gambling addiction. The definition of gambling is playing games of chance in order to win money. Some examples of gambling is blackjack, lottery tickets, slot machines seen in casinos, keno, horse racing, bingo, and fantasy football. But there are many other ways to gamble, so let's get into the history. Gambling has been around since the Old Stone Age. The first six-sided dice was made in 3000 BC in Mesopotamia. Card games appeared first in the 9th century in China. Lottery games began in China as well during the 10th century. The first casino opened in 1638 in Venice, Italy. And casinos were one of the most common gambling plazas at this time. And the first casino's name was Ridotto. Early American gambling establishments were known as saloons. During the 20th century, gambling was outlawed in the United States. However, in 1931, gambling was legalized in Nevada. Now, Nevada is one of the largest gambling states ever due to Las Vegas. Most games in casinos mathematically ensure that the house has the advantage over the players. This is called the house edge. This ensures that casinos rake in lost money from the players. The first known lotteries were during the Roman Empire. People would place bets on competitions within the Colosseums. In colonial America, they used lotteries to fund roads, buildings, and other public structures. Today, lotteries are used to support the government using taxes. There are 4 stages of gambling addiction. Stage 1, also known as the winning phase, is when you have a big win and want to continue playing. Stage 2, also known as the losing phase, is when you become more preoccupied with gambling, such as gambling alone, skipping work, and this is also known as chasing your losses. Stage 3, also known as the desperation phase, is when you start to feel ashamed of yourself, but you can't find a way to stop gambling. An example of this is losing your job, money, and family, and other relationships. Stage 4, also known as the hopeless phase, is when you hit rock bottom. You may abuse drugs and alcohol and may even consider attempt. There are 4 stages of gambling recovery. Stage 1, also known as relabeling, is when you recognize your urge for gambling and realize that it is an addiction that you can control and can be treated. Stage 2, also known as reattributing, is when you try to understand your urge for gambling and learn to control it. Stage 3, also known as refocusing, is when you feel your urge to gamble but you replace it with something positive. Stage 4, also known as revaluing, is when you realize you have control over your addiction and you revalue the flawed thoughts about gambling in order to prevent it from happening further. This is gambling in plain English.